So a video came out of you, I believe, on Vlad, sitting with the worst posture ever on a couch.
That was 9 years ago, man. I was, a different person.
Yeah. That was 9 complexions ago. That's how you gotta describe.
You know what's so funny?
Cycle.
Whenever an old video comes out of some old content, I just go to it. If I got a dark face, I'm like, I don't even need to listen. I don't even care. They right. Whatever they say, they right. I was a wild boy, right?
Okay, so now everybody's saying that like, yo, Charlamagne was saying the exact same thing. He's criticizing Kanye for
calling me a hypocrite.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, their exact thing was, they were upset that I called Kanye a Nazi because, he went after black people and Jewish people in the same week, and they're saying that, what I said was the same thing. I think that there's a big difference in saying there are a lot of Jewish people who hold powerful positions in Hollywood in the music industry, right? Like me saying that is a fact. That's like saying there's a lot of black players in the NBA.
Yeah, it's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I say, hey, there's a lot of Jewish people in Hollywood and the music industry, and they control the messaging, and, they're responsible for all the negative content that goes out, and, they're manipulating the media and this and that. That's where the anti-Semitism comes into play. Yeah. Chris, you're come on, Mr. Why am I sitting here having conversations when we have a Jewish man in the room that can explain it better than me? A well-researched Jewish man who's still wearing masks for no reason.
Here we go, Chris.
It's the Jew Minute with Chris Morrow.
Yeah.
It is true. Jews founded Hollywood as we know it today. And the reason is because there was no film industry in the 1920s. And a lot of Jews were shut out of, at the time, traditional, I don't think they would even call it media there, but entertainment.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the founders of the Hollywood studio were like furriers, like people who sold furs, because at that time men wear fur hats and fur jackets, and that was the big thing that Jews were involved in. And they went out to Los Angeles and they started this industry. So from that alone, it makes sense that they're still, well represented in it because they essentially started it.
I was watching an Adam Sandler sketch from SNL back in the day called Hanukkah Hollywood or something like that.
Yeah.
And the whole sketch was literally based on the large amount of representation.
But it's okay. I don't think there's any issue with having like a large amount of representation.
Yeah,
I think the issue is saying that, one, they control the media.
Yeah, saying they control every industry in the world and they're responsible for all the evils in the world.
Control the banks.
Exactly. That's what the
that type of messaging. But being part of an industry that they helped start is not bad.
That's
Nobody
right.
was. It's like saying like black people starting soul food. It's like, you should be overrepresented in soul food.
That's right. Huh? Well, no, you should. I don't know if we are, but we should.
But you should be.
Yeah.
100%.
And also, too, it's like, here's the thing that people keep forgetting, and it's weird, right?
But I think
Kanye had a lot of different conversations going on.
Yeah.
Kanye threatened. That's what the issue is. The DEFCON 3.
Well, DEFCON, now that's debatable because DEFCON is not about attack, it's about defense.
It's still it's still ready for war.
Yeah, but it's ready for being attacked, not ready to attack someone. He doesn't even know what the fuck it is.
That's my
he's
point.
Using it. But the point is that he's acting as if there's this one religion and group of people that has control of the media and is using that media for nefarious intent. It's using that media to fuck over black people, his people. It's using that media to control narrative, and it's using that media to currently, in this point, destroy his life. He's destroying his life. There's no accountability. This is what he's doing to himself. What if anybody else said the things that he said about any other group, they too would be canceled. What I saw in that video that everybody's tagging me in is you saying that there are people that are out there trying to protect themselves from hate. You said, I would like black people to also do this when people hate on us.
Yeah.
That's what I understood from that video.
I literally said in the video that, this was 9 years ago. I do have a slightly different take on it now, but I said that, I feel like we don't have an organization that has that kind of power. I specifically mentioned the NAACP.
Right.
You know what I mean? That could write a letter to a company and demand something. But here's the thing. I might have been a little off on that because I don't even know if it's about the organization having the power. It's just the organization doing it. Because as Frederick Douglass said, power concedes nothing without a demand. I think that's the one thing that we're all forgetting about everything that's been going on the past couple of weeks. Jewish people organized and strategized. They had petitions. They had, the Anti-Defamation League writing letters. They had, people like Ari Emanuel doing op-eds and different things, and they were actually asking for something. So when you hear black people say, oh, well, how come this corporation didn't drop, Kanye because of his anti-black comments? It's like, did we ask them to? Like, well, I wouldn't expect a corporation, that's got to be super confusing, right? If I'm a white corporation and I hear a black guy saying something
about
black people, it's just like, all right, we can put the deal under review, but what do we do with this?
100%.
It's like listening to black people say the N-word at the job. It's like,
100%.
What do we do?
Yeah, it's not your conversation.
That's all. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's easy to reprimand a white person for saying the N-word. You know that's wrong.
And it happens all the time.
Happens all the time. You know what I mean? But it's just like, when you get that from a black person, it's like, what are you supposed to do? And then when I saw Kanye, compare his situation to George Floyd, man.
Bro.
He now
Jewish
knows
media's foot is on my neck.
He now knows what it feels like to have a knee on his neck.
Come on.
It's like, yeah, my brother.
Your
man.
knee is on your neck.
How about this? How about this, Ye? How about this? Adidas don't really have their knee on your neck like that. This is all self-inflicted. Simple as that.
Yeah, 100%.
It's all self-inflicted. And I'm gonna tell you the other thing. Minus forget the VladTV clip. That's just people reaching, right? What did you think about what I said on VladTV 9 years ago, Chris?
I thought it was, I think I would say for starters, stay away from saying Jews run stuff. And I think you've learned that over the last 9 years. I think we talked about that on this podcast. I guess it was like when all that Nick Cannon stuff was happening.
Ago, yeah. I used the same type of rhetoric a couple of years ago. I actually said that this shows Jewish people have power, and I can't wait till we get that kind of power because we can't even get the cops who kill us fired.
Right.
I don't know why that's bad.
Well, when you talk to somebody Jewish, you will. Like when you talk to somebody and they explain
I talk to my friends that are Jewish. They don't think that that's bad.
Well, I guess.
I think there's an extreme sensitivity to, there's a difference between having power and being in control.
Right.
Yeah,
wealthy people have power. That doesn't mean that they're in control.
Yeah.
That being said, I understand why Jews are sensitive because these are the conversations that lead to the dehumanization of Jews. So they're going to be very sensitive to when they're all positioned in this way. Do all Jews have power? No. Does the guy who runs Disney, is he still Jewish? Bob Iger, is he even still there?
He quit.
Probably.
Well, maybe it's just,
Eisner was Jewish.
To who?
Eisner, who was before him.
Okay, Eisner.
Right.
He has some power. Right? So there are individuals that happen to be.
Yeah, I think
the problem is when you blanket it.
I agree.
Are there dangerous fucking white people? Yeah. Are all white people dangerous? No. Are there dangerous black people? Yes.
Yeah.
Are all black people dangerous? Yes.
No, fuck.
No.